What if I told you the idea of finding yourself is one of the greatest psychological traps of our age? You wait, you search, you postpone your life, hoping one day a hidden version of you will appear. But here's the truth, there is no buried treasure map. Søren Kierkegaard said life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Yet we keep treating identity like a destination, like a locked chest waiting for the right key. The tragedy? While you wander endlessly, your life quietly slips by. You are not lost. You are unfolding. Every step, every scar, every choice, you are becoming.
Imagine chasing a horizon. You run, but it keeps moving. That's the illusion of finding yourself. Psychologists call this the arrival fallacy, the belief that once we reach some future identity, happiness will finally begin. But happiness isn't hidden in a final version of you. It exists in motion, in the act of building. Nietzsche warned, become who you are. Notice, he didn't say find, but become, because identity is not found, it's forged. Every book you read, every failure you endure, every risk you take, these shape the clay of your becoming. If you wait to arrive, you'll miss the miracle already happening, the living sculpture of your evolving self.
How many dreams have died waiting for you to find yourself? People delay love, work, purpose, thinking clarity must come first. But clarity is born from movement, not waiting. William James, the father of modern psychology, said, action seems to follow feeling, but really action and feeling go together. Translation? You don't act because you found yourself. You find yourself because you act. Sitting in silence, hoping for revelation, is like waiting for fire without striking a spark. Every risk you take, every project you begin, every imperfect attempt, those are your sparks. Stop waiting. Begin moving. The road is not discovered. It is paved by your own footsteps.
Stand in front of a mirror and ask, who am I? The answer feels slippery, unstable, because the self isn't a static picture. It's a river, flowing and shifting with time. Heraclitus whispered, no man ever steps in the same river twice. Yet we crave permanence, a fixed identity to cling to. That's the lie. Identity is not found in reflection. It's found in creation. When you write, when you struggle, when you love, when you break, each moment adds to the current of who you are. Searching for a permanent you is like trying to catch water in your fist. The tighter you grip, the faster it escapes. Culture tells us somewhere inside a true self waits to be uncovered. But modern psychology disagrees. Identity is not a buried fossil, it's an evolving narrative. Viktor Frankl wrote, life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. Purpose isn't discovered, it's created. The myth of a hidden self keeps you paralyzed, staring inward, afraid to move until certainty appears. But the truth? Meaning comes from engagement, from choosing, shaping, risking. Stop digging for a real you buried under years of doubt. Start building the story with the bricks of today. Every choice you make isn't revealing you, it's creating you. Be honest, how much of finding yourself is really about finding approval? We wear labels society offers, career, status, aesthetics. We mistake applause for identity. Erich Fromm warned, man is the only creature whose main task is to become what he potentially is. Yet we outsource this task, waiting for the world to hand us a definition. But definitions imprison. You are not a job title, not a follower account, not the echo of others' opinions. The trap is thinking others can tell you who you are. Identity is not borrowed, it's built. Stop searching for mirrors in the eyes of strangers. Begin shaping the self only you can create. Many delay life because they fear choosing the wrong self. What if I make the wrong career, wrong partner, wrong path? But here's the secret. There is no wrong self, only evolving selves. Carl Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Becoming requires mistakes. The wrong job teaches resilience. The wrong love teaches wisdom. The wrong path teaches strength. Without them, the sculpture remains unshaped. Fear of mistakes is fear of growth. Every wrong turn is a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your becoming. Stop fearing the cracks. They are where the light of identity enters.
Why do we keep searching? Because finding yourself feels noble, like a quest, but endless searching becomes a prison of hesitation. Seneca warned, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." The wasted time hides in the endless search for certainty. You don't need to discover yourself before living. You discover yourself by living. Write messy chapters, make imperfect art, love bravely even if it breaks you. Searching keeps you safe. Creating makes you real. The psychological trap isn't that you're lost, it's that you're waiting to live until you're found. Think of a seed. Does it find itself? No, it grows, breaks soil, reaches light, bends toward storms, becomes a tree. So why do we think humans are different? Identity is not a hidden seed waiting to be uncovered. It is the act of growth itself. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do," which means you are not found in thought, but in action. Plant yourself in risk, in courage, in creation. Become the seed that grows, not the wanderer waiting for clarity. The trap of finding yourself ends the moment you realize you were never lost. You are always becoming. Here's the final truth. Stop searching. Stop waiting. There is no final you to be found. There is only the living act of becoming. Every choice is a brushstroke, every failure a chisel mark, every risk a step toward the self only you can create. You were never lost. You are always becoming. Do not waste another day waiting to arrive. Begin, risk, shape, create. The world does not need the version of you hiding inside. The world needs the version of you willing to emerge.